There is a reason combat veterans do not talk about the gore of the war. Not only is it traumatic for our military, but no one truly benefits from these gruesome descriptions. In the words of veteran Randy Vest, "I don't talk about blood and guts. If you want to see that, go watch a movie." For tonight's Hometown Veterans Honoring Our Heroes, we meet Randy, a Vietnam veteran who is surprisingly still alive to tell his story.
3 days without eating, 2 days without water, and we drank green stagnant water that one time out of a bomb crater. Being in the rain for 6 months, soaking wet, and trying to find an opportunity to take off your socks to let your feet dry out. The ringworm, because of the water, the leeches, I've gotten 20 some leeches off of me at one setting. But all that said, that's not about me, because sorry, it's not about me. It breaks my heart that, you know, our young people that are going through that, you know, same torment today. People understand that's never been in the military. They understand the blood and the guts of everything. They can watch a movie and they can see that kind of thing. But what they don't see is the torment that these young men and women are going through day in and day out. They may not even see a bullet fired in a year, but they can still come back here with severe PTSD.
And that's a condition that's familiar to Randy Vest. It's been 52 years since he was infantry in the jungle of Cam Ranh Bay, Vietnam. But sifting through these pictures brings it back like it was yesterday.
The thing about, you know, combat is that you, too often you have a split second to make a decision, but then you've got a lifetime to think about it.
Staring in his eyes, you can't help but wonder the horror he has seen. But they've also witnessed beauty, specifically in a girl named Linda. They met at 15, married right out of high school, and celebrated their first anniversary just 3 days before Randy was deployed to Vietnam. In a way, she went with him. He had her name embroidered on his jungle hat. And all these years later, she's still by his side.
Tell me what you think of when you see this picture.
Oh, I think that's cute.
Randy says she has always been a strong woman. Maybe she always had to be. And even though Vietnam is over, her strength is needed now more than ever. Randy has terminal cancer.
I do believe most all of my issues come from Agent Orange.
He also had cancer all over his face, triple bypass surgery, and multiple stents. Doctors gave him a timeline, but Randy has somehow beat that date. But just like his awards and medals, none of these things on earth define him. It's been a long road for both Randy and his bride, but at least they're walking it together.
Walking miracle, right? Mm-hmm. Not if you ask Randy. He says, nope, I'm going to die, Melissa. You're going to die. Mm-hmm. He pointed at our videographer, you're going to die.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's only certain thing in this world.
Yeah, it's just talking to him, it's you would never know. Number one, his birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Randy.
Happy birthday, Randy.
And you'd never know that he's sick. That's what's amazing, is looking at him, you'd never know that he'd been through all of this. You'd never know that he has trouble sleeping at night. You would never know some of these things. And I think what I took away most from Randy Logan is, I don't know, the respect that I have for him for not wanting to talk about the detail of, you know,
war.
And I mean the specific details, because a lot of times you have people who, well, you know, we want to hear about that. And I mean, they try to pry that out of people, out of veterans. And a lot of times, if Randy said if they do that and they talk about it a lot, they were never there.
Right.
They learned about it through books or TV. Because those things really are triggering for veterans to hear and to talk about. And I honestly, I couldn't help but stare at Randy in his eyes and think about some of the things he had saw that he had to come back home and deal with. But look, his wife too, been together all this time. I mean, she's gone through